Okay, it's the ride home. Maybe. Might be the road to the rear-end collision. Which reminds me, I really am driving the car. When I do these videos, I really am driving the car. My brother said something to me over the weekend. It was hilarious. He said, "Man, you look like a paranoid person. You're like looking out the windows, looking in your mirrors, looking all over the place. You know, you look like you're really worried somebody's out to get you." Which I started laughing, almost uncontrollably, because, you know, I told him, I said, "Look, I really am driving the car. I really am driving the car." He's like, "Oh, you mean you're turning the steering wheel because you're actually turning?" "Yes, I'm turning the steering wheel because I am actually turning." I am driving the car. And so I'm watching traffic. I'm not looking for the police or, you know, people in black cars wearing black suits with black ties and very dark sunglasses are coming to get me. I mean, I'm not that paranoid. So I had a good laugh about that. It was cracking me up, man. It's like, no, dude, I really am driving the car. It's called the ride home because I'm driving home. At any rate, that's a very nice little bit of a laugh I got over the weekend about this. You look like the paranoid person. You're looking over your shoulder to see if somebody's actually following you. I'm not looking to see if anybody's following me. I'm looking to make sure nobody hits me as I change lanes. So, yeah. Anyway, it's not really the ride home today. It's the ride to the brew store, because I'm gonna wait till the weekend, but I got a brew day coming up. I'm going to do my Oktoberfest recipe and age that puppy the proper amount of time, and hopefully I have enough self-restraint to keep my grubby little mitts off of the beer until September-October period. I know it's usually called Marzen and you brew it in March, but I just came off a 1-month beer fast, which taught me some lessons about myself, and I got you know, a lot more restraint from it. You know, I've been drinking pretty green beers for the last few months, just because I like the beers I brew. But last night I tried the new Kolsch I brewed over a month ago. It's almost, actually it's closer to 2 months ago now. And I gave it the proper amount of time in secondary fermentation, and gave it plenty of time to age in the bottle. And not only did I get a very limited amount of yeast sediment in the bottom of the bottle, which is really great, it came out really clear for homebrew. Homebrews, they clear up in the aging, and then when you refrigerate them, they get a little bit of chill haze. And I've come to find out that the chill haze is not so bad when you give the beer proper amount of time to mature. Anyway, these are just things you learn over time. So I've become a much more patient brewer in the last few weeks. So anyway, I'll try to do a new brew video coming up in the next few weeks. It's hard to find you know, a crew to help me do that part. You know, if you've seen the previous brew videos, you know there's kids in the background vying for attention, and without a cameraman, it really makes things difficult. So we'll just see about that in the future. At any rate, yeah, that was my open book portion of the video for today. Yeah, we're looking forward to brew day, and I'm just getting the supply part of the brew day out of the way today. That way I don't have to do it on Friday. Looks like it's going to be a pretty busy weekend, so I'm not even sure if brewing will even make it into the mix. I still have to finish building my Mongolian-style yurt, and needless to say, I have lots of projects, and we'll just see how far on the up the priorities list the brewing makes it. At any rate, I was going to do a Hebrew God Part 3. We'll see how far we get on this video. I just got real excited about getting the supplies for brew day today. So we'll see. I'm actually, yeah. I have to reset before I do the Hebrew God Part 3 because I've you know, even from this morning, I forgot what I was talking about. So, and the ride home tends to be a little more distracted than the ride to work. So I seem to be more focused in the morning and more a little more distracted in the afternoon. But I'm on the road now. I mean, I'm actually on the highway, and I'm trying to pay more attention to what I'm doing with the traffic than I am with any discussion or thought pattern. I'll just take a couple minutes here just to thank Cade and Andrew Hodkinson for giving me their influence and telling me that I needed to actually, you know, A, do something with my YouTube channel, and B, do a kind of a ride home kind of ranting, because you know, had Andrew in the passenger seat here, and I just went on about, you know, Agenda 21, New World Order, all that nonsense, you know, and you know, he just Andrew was really, he was kept saying over and over again how much he was impressed with my vocabulary and how I just invent words to describe things that are going on, and he couldn't stop laughing. So, you know what I mean? Which is saying something, because I'm not really trying to be funny. It just happens. I guess I'm just naturally kind of humorous, and that's the consensus with these videos. Is when I talk to my friends and other YouTubers, they say, "Man, you're hilarious. Your videos are funny, man." I find myself laughing a lot, and I'm like, thanks. I think because I think this stuff's pretty serious, you know, and I guess I have my, you know, I got this bipolarism going on that I discussed earlier, you know. It's like, I'm talking about dark and heavy stuff, but I still manage to keep a sense of humor about it, which you kind of need, because you're left with a sadistic choice of laughing at the insanity or, you know, running into traffic screaming as you're pulling your hair out, you know. Just let that set in for a second. Yeah. Seriously. I mean, you can either laugh or you can cry or you can start throwing furniture. And, you know, I was just talking with my friends the other night, man. There are two things that really get me worked up. And, you know, to the point where I start wanting to smash stuff, and that's abortion. And the other thing is the child protection services, which don't protect children at all. We could go on about that, but I don't really feel like, you know, smashing the steering wheel right now. And I'm not joking. You know, this isn't something I, you know, say flippantly. I really do get upset, and I start to go to a really dark place really fast when I start talking about those two subjects in particular. I mean, you know, Elohim has blessed/cursed me with a heart for that. To just, you know, I pray against that almost daily. And, you know, I just, the injustice of that level just drives me absolutely ape. I mean, I go batshit crazy just thinking about it. Sorry about that, but that's really only nomenclature I can think to even come close to what I go through internally and sometimes externally when dealing with those subjects. Anyway, changing the subject. I hope everybody's had a blessed feast time, appointed time. I hope it was blessed and that you were happy and you got to spend time with your families, because that's really, really important, especially now with, you know, the destruction of the family ongoing, that we who actually still have families and still relish and cherish the nuclear unit, that we take time to cherish that and to experience our lives with our families, because it is more important now than ever. Anyway, I'm going to end this one. I'll try to do a part 2 or part 3 of the Hebrew God here as soon as I reset. Anyway, move along.